much less as that than the first one. I got the two split. Same. Perfect. 19 is the first. Fuck it, right? Okay. Both them were 19 in the dot, Tom. Yeah. So that's 19 again, no.
Let's go. Here, Hammy.
Watch it, it's brushes like that. You've got a different colour head, but
Don't many people will be watching anyway, but coming through, Mikey. Cheers. Right, from the corner. Easy, Alec. Easy, Alec. Right, boys. Keep it going. Yeah. This still feels like it's going to be up to speed really quick. Yeah, they'll
do you like order or?
kind of do, yeah.
See that quick top four.
Welcome back to the Juror Centre in Perth, where we have the quarter-final action. Just starting off, the televised game this morning is the clash of the Scottish number 1 and 2 teams, Dave Murdoch and Tom Brewster. Dave Murdoch has the hammer in his first end due to the fact he qualified through the B road, and Tom Brewster came through the C road. I'm joined in the commentary box this morning by Kenny Edwards, and I'm David Hay. Look forward to bringing you some exciting action here this morning from Perth.
Yeah, certainly these two teams well known not just throughout Scotland but throughout the world. Picking up tournament wins over the last few years. And both teams are familiar to each other because at some point most of them have been in the same team as each other at some point.
Yeah, Murdoch's team are all full-time curlers. Tom Brewster's team are virtually full-time curlers, I would have to say. Both teams are in the British Curling High Performance Programme. The other quarter-final match is going on this morning. Thomas Olswood goes against Bruce Mowat from Edinburgh. Kevin Cooey from Canada takes on Craig Brown from the US. Alexei Stukansky's team from Russia, Moscow, take on Sven Mikkel from Switzerland. So a real international flavour to the event. 3 Scots, 1 Norwegian, 1 Canadian, 1 Russian, 1 from the USA, and 1 team from Switzerland. How do you see this panning out this morning, Kenny?
I think both these teams will go quite aggressive and go after each other. They do like quite a lot of stones in play. For me, the key really is the middle order. Both skips are fairly accomplished and play pretty much any shot. Both leads as well are pretty steady. I think it's just like I say, the middle order, if who can win that battle will probably end up prevailing and taking the win in this game.
Mike Goodfellow playing a nice in-turn tap and roll behind the corner guard. Team Murdoch want to get the game away from the centre, having the hammer, and Brewster will be happy to keep it in the centre. Ross Patterson throwing second stones for the Brewster rink. As you say, Ken, this is where the game will be won and lost, I think. Ross Patterson head to head with Scott Andrews. And then again at third, we see Glenn Muirhead go head to head with Greg Drummond. I'm trying to get the yellow stone to get a bit more curl sweeping into it. Makes contact, doesn't stay. Dave Murdoch will have a chance to use his corner guard.
Yeah, Scott Andrews, part of that silver medaling Olympic team. And 2-time world silver medalist as well. Playing second for opposing skip Tom Brewster.
Yeah, these guys, the Tom Brewster plus all of the Murdoch team, were the squad in the Olympics in Sochi 2014. Had a fantastic result, getting the silver medal for Britain there. The team initially was Tom's team, wasn't it, Kenny? He skipped the 3 young guys and got a couple of world silvers, did very well. And they had a pool system for the Olympics, and Dave Murdoch was selected to skip the team. Had a pretty up and down run since then, really. They haven't managed to represent Scotland again. They had 1 European, wasn't it, in Stavanger, but apart from that...
Yeah, and the 1 European they did go to, they were selected to go to, so it's not a great track record, and you've got to ask the question, really, why? Are they playing too much? Is the system not right for them individuals? Because everyone's different, every team's different. What suits one team won't suit another. So it's very difficult to get a programme that will suit everyone.
Well, they've certainly been given the best possible opportunity. They're a fully funded team based on their success, and rightly so. They've silver medal Olympic Games is a phenomenal achievement, and thoroughly deserved. Worked very hard, the boys, but it's the results that count. And as you say, they haven't had a fantastic... Having said that, Ken, they've had a recent... Last 2 events have probably been their best 2 events since the Olympics, with a qualifying spot in the Grand Slam in Yorkton, where they lost out to Reid Carruthers in the quarter-final. And then they followed up with a win in the event in Karazawa in Japan before Christmas, so perhaps they're turning the corner.
Yeah, certainly. I think they've a new coach on board as well, with a bit of experience, Ian Tetley.
Yeah, Ian's a 3-time world champion in 3 different teams. Speaks for itself, you can't get much more experience than that. And he's definitely, the boys have had some positive results since Ian came on board. In fact, both teams here using Canadian coaches. Tom being coached by Mike Harris from Toronto. Like Dave Murdoch, he was an Olympic silver medalist. And there's the first mistake. Glenn Muirhead trying to tap back there. Didn't see a lot of that red stone, but if he had made contact, he would have rolled in behind the yellow guard.
Yeah, I think it was just the weight, Dave. Even if it ticked the high guard, the way to play that shot would be on the tight side, so you can roll down onto the centre. You might give yourself some cover.
So can Greg Drummond, for Born, now lives down in Stirling. Can he capitalise on this? Scott Andrews sweeping hard on the inside of the stone to try and keep it straight. One of the best sweepers in the international circuit just now. Very strong, very fit guy, Scott.
Yeah, these guys do put a lot of time and effort into the gym.
Good shot. Lies 2, both behind the corner guard. This is an important shot from Glenn Muirhead. Even at this early stage in the game, A10 games, playing the 4 rock rule here. With the free guard zone, he doesn't want to drop it too early in the game.
Yeah, old school slide there. The Manitoba tuck.
I don't see it too often, but he's got a good shot. Is he just going to spill the top one out? Yep.
Yeah, it's something you don't see, certainly from the younger players playing that type of delivery. It's certainly not coached.
Oh well, both Glenn and his brother Thomas, who plays with Kyle Smith, use the same technique. I think they were heavily influenced by the game their father Gordon played in the World Final in 1995 in Brandon, Manitoba. Just lost out to Kerry Burtnick, and Burtnick's team were all toe sliders, and I guess the guys have watched multiple videos of the championships and the finals and thought that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Gordy's still got a copy of that. I wouldn't want it in my house if I'd lost the World Final.
So Greg Drummond trying to split the house here, draw to the opposite side from his red counter at the moment. Basically trying to set up his 2.
Yeah, certainly going wide.
Go, Mike. Go, keep going.
Good shot. Lies 2. So both these teams will be started some of the favourites for the Scottish Championship this year. Kenny, starting in February.
Yeah, I think so. I think for me it's possibly Tom at the moment who I would probably favour. But like you say, Murdoch has a rich vein of form. But there's also other teams, young Bruce Mowat, Taylor, and obviously Ewan MacDonald.
Yep, Kyle Smith. Yeah, I think there's very little between the teams. It's who's hot on the day. Big year for these guys, all the teams. It's the first Olympics point scoring opportunities at the World Championship. The top 10 nations, or top 9 nations plus the host nation, will be in the Olympic Games.
Just comes down and noses that one. That's a very nice comb over from Ross this morning.
A lot of work going into that, Kenny. That didn't just happen itself.
No.
So Dave Murdoch making an out-turn take-out. Just needs to stay in the rings and lie 2. Tom can see a bit of the red behind the guard where Glenn missed, but it won't be easy to make a play in that.
Yeah, these are the key shots where you need to stick and hang around and really apply some pressure. And that really what's is the difference between a good team and a great team. And just as enough, I believe.
Well, it's going to be close because the yellow at the back, I think, is probably just in as well.
We hit that, it's a 3, yeah?
Tom looking at drawing behind the centre yellow here, ignoring the red counter. He'll be a little concerned that maybe Glenn's didn't move as much as he'd hoped for down there to put a tap back on it, so aggressive call.
Yeah, an aggressive call, but I still think you can see enough of that red round to hit and check in behind the guard.
Looking 20 and I'll go back 4. So fine here. So.
It's difficult to tell from us who's lying second shot. They both look very close to the rings. Yeah, Tom will see a good quarter of that red stone from the hack. You know, you can come down there at hack, barrier weight, just tap it, roll behind the centre. Possibly lie 2, or at least lie 1 anyway. Tom Brewster's last shot at the first end. Tom's delivery's not changed much over the years. Very consistent thrower.
This one's moving.
Weight doesn't look too bad. He needs to get a bit more draw on this one. Going to work it hard to get some cover behind the yellow.
Yeah, he's right in behind it. He's just about a foot and a half too far though.
Can Dave Murdoch see enough of this stone to come down at back ring weight and tap it back for the 2? That's not a bad shot, Kenny. He's well in behind. They had to sweep it behind the tee, which, as you said, it wasn't what they wanted to do, but they had to get the cover.
That's one thing about these top teams. They will always ask the question. You know, they very rarely catch a guard in that situation. They'll make sure they're passed.
Well, Dave Murdoch taking ice to remove the stone. Half a metre less ice than Tom Brewster had, so he's going to be throwing a fraction more weight. He'll be throwing back ring weight. And the clockwise in-turn rotation.
Certainly his favoured handle, the in-turn.
It's pretty good. He's got a good line.
Yeah, this one's beginning to come down the hill now.
Lovely shot. Beauty, well played. I think that's a score of 2. Great shot, but it's only possible to play these shots on the type of ice surface we have here this morning. Look at this shot, it's half a metre to the right of the line as we look at it. The weight's perfect. Then they start to sweep hard on the stone to make it bend as much as possible with the hairbrush. Keeping it straight at the end. Taps back to lie 2.
Yeah, they did get very close to that guard.
Talked a bit about the ice before. Kenny, and the ice here in Perth is fairly consistent all year round. Paul Martin, and the head ice technician here in Perth, his brother Phil, make a superb job, and it allows these top athletes to perform at their best. This is the venue for the National Championship this year. Top 10 teams in the country will play off in February for the right to represent Scotland at the World Championships in Basel in Switzerland in April.
Yeah, an event I was lucky enough to be at maybe 5 years ago, I think it was, where Tom Brewster actually picked up a silver medal with Dave Murdoch's team. So,
Lost out that day to Glenn Howard, but he had a really good chance towards the end. He just came up one shot short at the end of the day.
yeah, he had a hack weight around the corner guard to pick up 2, and I think he was a little bit nervous and only managed to score the single point. Yeah, they had a massive arena, the St. Jakob Halle, in the middle of Basel.
Great facility, wasn't it? They had
Oh, fantastic. It's mainly used for tennis, and they fill it with up to 12,000 people when Federer's in town. So not quite 12,000 people for curling because they have to take some seats out for plant, etc. But it's probably about an 8,000 seater if that's the same floor plan as they're going for this year.
What are you trying to say, Kenny? That Tom Brewster's not the same pulling power as Roger Federer?
Well, I would say that, yes.
That's maybe just because it's his hometown. I'm sure if it was Aberdeen, Tom would fill the place. Hammy McMillan, name synonymous with curling in Scotland. His father was a successful player. Winning the World Championship. Good shot from Hammy, just scrapes past the guard. Fraction heavy, rolls off the freeze.
Yeah, so Scott Andrews just going to like to probably hit and try and get in on top of this.
Good opportunity here. Got a fair bit of weight in this one. That's not what he was after.
You want to move it?
That's what we talked about in the early part of the game. Just which of the middle order in these two teams can turn up today, go on a high performance game. I think that will dictate the end result here. That's a good example there of what we're talking about. Murdoch's 2 up, an opportunity to lie 2 shots, hits and rolls out, takes the pressure off Brewster's team and gives them a chance to re-establish in the end.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's probably where the weaknesses lie in both these sides. Yeah, although it doesn't make the double, they do have a double corner guard now.
Double corner guard, he's nudged the red onto the tee or just behind the tee, so not perfect but not too bad.
Yes, Scott Andrews once again going to try and play a takeout. Looking to peel both the yellows out of play. Only gets a single and leaves a corner guard.
Yep, a couple of half shots there from Scott and an opportunity here for Ross Patterson on his second shot. Tom indicating the out-turn rotation with a tap back to lie and hopefully roll behind the corner guard.
Fairly steady release there.
Glenn working hard to try and keep the stone from drawing too much. As he got past the guard.
Another half shot. Well, it's not even a half shot, really.
No, he was disappointed with that. There was a lot of room between the guard and the target stone. Even if he got past it, he wasn't going to lie in the house. He was going to hit and roll off it.
Remember, your first one went dead straight and your second one.
This is probably the difference between these two teams and the likes of Kevin Cooey's team. When these half chances come along, they just seem to sense the moment, pounce on it, make 100% shots, score the twos, which dictates the success in their team.
Because, I mean, you only fractionally caught that. Mind you, it stopped.
Greg Drummond, 26-year-old, he's a full-time athlete and one-turn draw shot here.
Yeah, that's not a great shot there, though. That's a poor one.
I'm sure Tom will use that to his advantage. Two stones close together, just on or behind the tee line, and he's going to try and freeze into the pocket, make it hard for Dave Murdoch to remove the stone.
Yes, aye, saving practice.
Top four's okay.
Glenn's not a full-time athlete, he's a farmer, sheep farmer from Blurathel. He does spend a lot of time in winter curling with Tom and his team. Ross just keeping it clean. Weight looks pretty good.
Oh,
Not bad, Kenny.
not bad.
Do you think that can go through there at weight? I don't know if it can.
Probably would want to be about an inch shorter, and it was perfect. He might get the run through.
I think if he has big weight, he might manage to force it through there, taking both the reds and pushing the yellow back. I'm not sure. Pretty tight. Really good effort. It's one of these shots. Inch shorter, inch more swing, inch less swing. It would almost be perfect.
So Dave just thinking it doesn't go through. So for me, you just come down, quiet weight, bang it on the nose, and sit your shooting stone right in on top of it.
Exactly. He's not going for quiet weight, he's going for the nose hit. If he came with quiet weight here again, he just tapped the nose, moved both the reds back a metre, right and left, stay right in front of it. 2 up in the game. Tom's not got much going from then. One thing this could do is open up the centre and allow him to use his corner guard.
Yeah. Yeah, it does spin through. It just was an inch too far.
Good shot, Greg Drummond. So Glenn Muirhead will try the hit and roll here.
Yeah, I think if this had been edge of 4 the other side, he might have just elected to come around the guard.
Let it go! Yes! All the way!
It's beginning to go now. Is it going to hang around?
Don't think so.
Lucky, Glenn.
Just rolling too far.
Ross.
So first chance for David Murdoch to apply some pressure. Yeah, he's going to look to draw the open side. He goes round the corner, doesn't quite make it, or goes deep. That's exactly where Tom Brewster wants the game. So just going to draw the open side.
Still like 15 or 20 now.
15, 20.
Murdoch got the 2-point lead after the first end. Doesn't want to get involved in anything around the corner guards. The basic principles of the game are when you have the last stone. You want to keep the centre open, and when you don't, you want to try and use the centre to get the steal.
Full tee, guys.
This is the 40th time the Perth Masters Championship has been played here in Perth. We're very lucky to have Mercure Hotel Group sponsoring this event as the main sponsors. Brought to you in association with Perth Honda, Live Active Leisure, the City of Perth Council. All very loyal and long-term backers of this event. Today's coverage is brought to you by the Curling Champions Tour with the Royal Caledonian Curling Club and the Try Curling Initiative, along with British Curling, who operate and run the programme for the elite teams. And this is two of the elite teams competing today. Tom Brewster playing an out-turn takeout.
Yeah, just trying to make the roll, but didn't quite get in behind.
This time Murdoch will be keen to use the corner guard, his last stone of the end. Try and get in behind the yellow with a hit and roll here. Make it tough for Tom, or at least force Tom to one.
Yeah, certainly Murdoch has started the sharper this morning.
Yep, Greg Drummond, a really nice draw at the first end, set up the opportunity for two. Glenn Muirhead missing the tap back. There's Murdoch's out-turn tap. Doesn't roll, and will give Brewster the opportunity to clear this out. And blank the end will be his aim. Doesn't want to score one.
You see the ice he's taking there. Just going to throw this one really hard at the broom. Probably pop it back ever so slightly. Half the stone out and blank the end.
Tom down the centre line, out-turn rotation. Ross just keeping it clean. Nice shot, well played. So, score remains at 2-0 to Dave Murdoch after two ends of play.
You see the shot once again from Tom, just down the centre, pops it back ever so slightly, and just halves the red out of play.
Just lets you see there's a good example in that clip where even on swinging ice, the stone is moving backwards off the handle, going down the ice the way he released it. Good shot. So after two ends of play, Murdoch's team are scoring 85% and Brewster's at 75%, so the 10% difference, just a couple of shots. Both skips playing well, as both leads are, so the difference so far in the game is probably Greg Drummond is 88% against Glenn Muirhead 63%. Glenn had the miss at the first end.
All the way, come on. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Early days.
Get it in, come on, Greg. Go, 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 go. Okay.
Yeah, so Tom electing once again to throw the corner guard. So young Hammy McMillan being asked for the out turn.
I think you're okay, Ben. You're going at the end. Looks big. No, wait, so.
Doesn't want to be in the house here. He wants to come up short. Weight looks pretty good. We said earlier in the week, Kenny, you have to get these corner guards just past the Laguerre sign on the ice there by 1 metre. That's nearly perfect distance out.
Yeah, just outside the two track lines, either side of the 4 foot. You leave them too long, you still be able to come around them at sort of hack weight to bump things back.
There was one particular track in the ice just where Michael Goodfellow was playing just now. Last night we found a little bit straighter than anywhere else. It does curl at draw weight, but only once it comes inside the 4 foot line.
Yeah, watch this one move now. Again, a slight mistake dropping that one back tee.
Mike knows that. You can tell by the expression on his face. It's just half a metre difference. If he stops on top of the 4 foot, it's absolutely perfect. This gives Hammy McMillan the chance to come round here. Play a corner freeze onto it. I'm trying to keep this one straight, doesn't want to bend too much.
I need to go for weight, Dave. This one's pretty short.
Going to make the house, but it's not going to make the freeze, I don't think. Just a little bit light. The supers didn't jump in it early either, so kind of a combination of errors there.
Has he done enough to cover the inside edge though? Yeah. He's done enough to make Dave Murdoch think about it.
Well, it's now a good position for Tom to use during the end, but if Dave hits this red stone to the right of centre, it's a pretty easy run back. Scott Andrews' first shot at the third end.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Big weight, just wants half the stone.
Good, okay.
Yeah, nice shot.
Well played.
That's not my first soft.
That's all right.
Happy with that.
You weren't overly bad either.
I thought it was all there. But it's good.
Ross attempting the hit and roll. And the Murdoch stone here wants to try and check across and get behind the centre. Corner guards. He doesn't manage that. Makes the takeout but doesn't get the roll. Interesting to see what the British curling do this year with the selection policy for the next Olympics. Kenny, there's no real team that's standing out just now. There are a lot of Scottish men's teams, 4 or 5, all with their name in the frame.
You say no real team, there's no real individuals either that are standing up there and saying, you know, pick me really. But it's a process about getting the right people together. It's not just 4 individuals, it's 5 to 6 individuals. It's not just about the guys that are on the ice, it's the alternate that does a lot of work while at these major events. You know, throwing stones in the evening, matching rocks, helping out the team with whatever the guys require. The coach as well. If you don't have the right coach on a big tournament like that, you might not perform. You've got to feel comfortable with your coach. And you've got to trust them as well.
That's right, you've got to take a period of time to build up the relationship. Make sure everybody's comfortable with their roles in the team, and They know the expectations. Great shot from Ross Patterson. That was the hit and roll he was looking for. Forcing Dave Murdoch to play the run back this time. Greg Drummond just wants to hit this red one just to the right of centre, right where Dave's brush is, and drive it back. But the last 3 Olympics, Kenny, we've selected the British team on a hand-picked basis. I just wonder this time if they will look at the potential for having a trial system.
Yeah, I think it would be good, but for me, we can only get around 10 teams to win the national championships. So how are we going to run a good trial system?
Yeah, no question about that. Well, we saw a run back miss there from Greg, a little bit inside, onto the other angle to try to make the run back. Glenn Muirhead, his first shot at the third end. Playing an in-turn draw to the wing to lie 2.
Yeah, this one looking pretty nice. Would have liked it maybe a little bit wider. The angles have left, might have left a double though.
Yeah, certainly can hit and roll right across to this one if he wants to. Greg Drummond seeing nearly all the target stone. He only needs to hit about 3/4 of it. Got room to play with.
I'm going really hard on this one. Angle looks pretty good though.
Yeah,
Yep.
great shot. Great shot. It just highlights the importance of the positioning of the stones in the rings so you can prevent these type of shots being played. Glenn slipped a metre too far, and Greg took the opportunity to make up for his first shot by playing a good double.
Yeah, still a chance though. They can play the out-turn draw in behind the corner.
Yeah, line. Here you go. Hard line. 3, just hard. Still good.
And Ross really going hard on this one.
Hits it for weight.
Stop 3. Hard.
Is he getting past? Oh no, he's light.
Yeah, not a great start to this game for Glenn Muirhead.
Nope, just these fractions. There was a metre heavy in the first one, a couple of metres light in the second one.
So we don't need to be sweeping
Letting the Murdoch team off the hook a bit there. A good chance of a 2, and now Dave can put some real pressure on Tom by coming round this yellow stone of Glenn Muirhead's, edge of the 4 foot. If he sits top 8 foot, middle of the 8 foot to top 4 foot, could force the 1.
I wouldn't say heavy, anyway.
Top 12.
Mikey! No line!
Michael Goodfellow Sweeping the top side of the stone to try and make it curl more.
Yeah, would have liked to have challenged them a little bit more than that.
Yeah, that's not a great shot.
Oh no, he is, he's right.
So Tom looking to come down, make contact with the red stone just played, hit it inside centre and roll behind the 3 guards for protection.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of cover there, so he's got a lot of room for error, so he doesn't need to make it absolutely perfect.
Rolling into a big target area.
No, sorry, I didn't realise it was ours.
Looking across the sheets, the Ulrud Mowat game is tied at 1 shot all. Kevin Cooey well in control against Craig Brown at 3 shots to 0 after 2 ends. Sven Mikkel 1 shot up against the Russian team, Alexei Sukansky.
This one from Tom's just run dead straight. I actually think that was just the way he threw that one. He just popped that one right back.
I think so as well. It was exactly the same sort of release he had at the previous end when we were complimenting on it for the clearance to blank the end, but you can't do that sort of shot down the ice. Ice like this, you take the swing out of the ice altogether by doing that. What we mean by that is he was sliding a little bit tight for line and eased the stone from left to right on his release, which prevents him from drawing at the start.
And that's a really nice shot. What that does is really forces Tom Brewster to take his one now.
That's the very shot that Brewster was trying to play himself. Not happy to take one. Kenny is trying to see a way of avoiding that. He's got to be very careful he doesn't lose a shot. Yeah, he's discussed it and decided the risk isn't worth it. He's going to draw down. Take the pain, as they say. Makes this, he's 2 shots to 1 down, and Dave Murdoch has the hammer on the 4th end, the even ends. You need to say it pretty much game control.
Yeah, sweepers into this one. You see both of them sweeping this, so it must be light for weight.
There's no hesitation there, both guys were straight on to it the minute you let it go. Keep it going well though.
You know what that one's like?
Yeah, great scrub by the guys.
Yep.
Let it go.
Tee high.
Go. Good sweep, guys. Nice shot. Aye, sorry about the first one.
1 shot to Brewster.
Good sweep, Ross.
Team Murdoch lead Team Brewster by 2 shots to 1 after 3 ends. I think the key thing going forward now is in the remaining 5 ends that the Brewster middle order have really got to try and get some pressure, get some stones in play.
Yeah, Glenn Muirhead just needs to find his draw weight, I think. If he can just get himself dialed in.
He's not far off the mark, but it's just that little bit of precision that's missing. Greg Drummond playing well against him.
Don't see these boys complaining about scratching.
Team Murdoch playing 83% through the first 3 ends. Team Brewster 74. And the biggest difference really is
It's unbelievable.
Greg Drummond 79 and Glenn Muirhead 54. Quite a gap there, and it's what we're seeing the way the ends are being set up as well. Hammy McMillan Jr. having an excellent game at 92%.
Line's good now. Stay in the head. Carlin.
Yeah, just looking for this one on the centre line, pretty tight to the house. Maybe a little far away.
Yep, we like to see the guards just getting past the Laguerre sign, but it's not too bad. Perfectly positioned. You want your guards in the centre. It keeps the scoring area restricted for the Murdoch team who have the last stone. They're going to draw out to the...
No, they're electing to try and split this off, I think. Or come around. And I'd like to come around. Drop that one right on top of the button.
Good shot. Not sure that's what the call was though, Kenny, was it?
I think they actually called to split the centre.
I think so. I think you tried to set up 2 corner guards out of that. Just a fraction outside the line. But plan B not too bad. Hammy trying to freeze down onto this. Got lots of weight, doesn't want to bounce off it. It's to slow up.
Yeah, just a couple of feet too far and maybe a foot on the high side.
Two feet too heavy, yeah?
He passes the guard there by half a metre. Just a fraction less running, that's absolutely perfect, but that fraction wasn't there. It gives Michael Goodfellow a really nice opportunity to tap this back and roll in behind the cover.
This one beginning to move now though. It's very tight to the guard.
Yeah, we're going to bite the house or not? No, it just stays out.
Well, he got away with that one because what he's done is he's opened up the centre.
Not bad. I thought it was out to him as well.
Put 2 corner guards up in, real corner guards into play, which could be useful to Murdoch at some point in the end.
Yeah, so Ross Patterson. Looks like he should be in a boy band rather than a curling team.
Fun boy one.
Whoa! Yep! Whoa!
Never mind the hairstyle, how's the guard?
Over Carlo!
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we'll see Murdoch still come around this. I think that's long enough. No, he's going to like to. The problem with this call, Dave, is where do you peel this to?
He's got catchers on both sides, as they say. It's got to be hit either fairly thick or fairly thin to avoid the yellow on the wing. And you're driving a Brewster guard into a Brewster shot. Played that well.
He was still pretty close to his own red, so must have been on the tight side. And you can see his shooting stone didn't actually go out of play, so.
Yep. He got it though. Ross Patterson. Let's have a repeat of his first shot.
Just 2. 1. Yes, Army.
Yeah, they're just both sweeping this one for weight.
Got a bit of drawing to do as well.
Clean. Whoa. Off.
Line's good.
Yep.
It's a bit interesting. Will Brewster be happy with that guard, or will Murdoch try and make a play round about it? Playing the in-turn angles are good for pushing the yellow out. Dave's looking at that just now. The reason being, apart from anything else, to peel that guard off, as we said before, is quite difficult.
Yeah, and I think he's maybe realised that with his first.
Scott Andrews just playing a tap back weight. Must be close. They're on off, on off. Nice shot.
Yeah, real nice shot.
Very well played.
It does leave a pocket or a double for Brewster.
I think Brewster will try and make a double here, and he might manage to hit the right hand one first, hit then onto the left one, and climb back up and hide behind. Just like that.
Normal. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Good shot, well played. Got the double, got a bit of action off the second stone. Climbed up partially behind the guard. I don't think it's hidden, but it's partially behind it.
Yeah, that yellow guard still might come into play later in the end. It's probably about 3 feet too long though. That's what we were saying. Need to just be past the Laguerre if you're going to trouble anyone.
Listen, slots. 11.
Has to be close, on off.
11.
Looking to get a roll behind the guard here.
Yeah,
Nice shot.
Yeah, real nice shot.
Craig going well today. A lot of nice shots. So, Glenn Muirhead trying to come round the yellow guard and tap back the red.
Yeah, needs to get past that guard though.
Ross, go hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Good
hard,
line.
hard.
Ross get out the back. Yep, well played. Nice shot, Glenn. A couple of very good shots this end. A double, then a wee tap back. It wasn't possible to get much closer to the guard than that and take it out, so that was the best he could do. Rolling into the open.
Yeah, Greg Drummond and his skip Dave Murdoch done a lot of travelling this year. Played 6 tournaments out in Canada, Switzerland, Japan, so and then back home here in Perth. So
The benefits of being full-time, Kenny allows them to do that. They're currently lying 14th in the World Curling Tour points. Tom Brewster's team in 21st place, so Murdoch does have the edge on him on the season, but he does play more than double the tournaments that Brewster does, so there's every likelihood he will have more points. Can Tom Brewster get the roll in behind this time?
Must be pretty close.
Just didn't quite roll enough. Still open, so for the second end in a row, Tom hasn't made the hit and roll. Can Dave Murdoch?
Yeah, that was the difference in the third end. Murdoch made the hit and roll and applied some pressure and forced Brewster to take one. Dave could make the hit and roll here.
We kind of don't want to be
Makes
fully
it have a chance of scoring two.
Barry.
In turn take out.
Hard, Scott, keep going! Hard!
Just doesn't do enough. I think Tom will be able to see around half of that stone there, you see it.
Yep.
Can catch half stone, might be able to roll down into behind that yellow guard on the left. See what the ice he's taking, he's just going to play a quiet wait.
Yep, don't think there's any way he can get in behind the centre yellow. He's going to have to roll to the wing to get cover.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going at this one pretty early. Must be pretty close to this. Needs to hang around. I don't think it will though.
No, just rolling out. Team Brewster just can't quite get the precision this morning, Kenny. It's required to make these delicate hit and roll shots and the perfect freezes. And Dave Murdoch just throwing this one through, blanking the end to retain the last stone advantage at the fifth end.
You should take that on the head, actually. Aye. Right. Oh no, centre.
It was minimum ice because I thought we could check the guard.
Yeah.
Alright, keep it going, boys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have time to do that.
So at the half-time break, it's Team Murdoch shooting 82% and Team Brewster 74% on average.
I've seen that. I think made the freeze perfect. Makes it deep.
So if I go top 8 then it's better.
Yeah, as we said at the start of the game, it's really the middle order that is dictating the play here.
It's really good. No, we should go to the wing. But it's really long.
Yeah, Ross and Glenn
Because you always run it.
having an average sort of game, and Scott Andrews the same, but the difference in the middle order is that Greg Drummond's playing pretty well, making a lot of good shots and just giving Dave Murdoch the slight advantage when it comes to skip stones.
It's no use corner guard though.
However, 4 ends to go. We'll see what happens in the Next 4 ends, nice shot by Hammy McMillan, comes up tight to the house. Mike Goodfellow going to try and split this. Can't take it out of play, but he can move it. The Mercure City of Perth Masters Championship is one of the longest running events in the European curling circuit. This is the 40th time the event's been played for. Intense competition since Thursday when the teams arrived from all around the world.
And that one there from
Mike Goodfellow, playing the ultimate tap back there. Tom Brewster was caught sleeping, didn't sweep it, could easily have had it out the back and had it replaced.
Yeah, but then Scott Andrews did sweep it as well. I think they both got confused.
This one's got room again.
Yeah, they were electing to draw around it. I'm not convinced they were trying to chip that one off.
Yeah, I'm not sure, he had his brush up close to the stone at the time, but either way he's got away with it. And that's not Hammy's best one, he needs to be a bit further across towards the centre line with that one.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, give me here. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to miss everything. Like, so. No, we're good. Close. Let's go. Yep.
So Mike Goodfellow now just electing to split the centre guard off. And that was just going to over curl.
Going to hang at the back of the 12 foot, but it wasn't what he was after.
It's too long.
Tom trying to decide what to do with Ross's first stone at the 5th end. Indicating another guard at the moment. Glenn wondering about removing that red stone that's short of the house and rolling behind the yellow.
Oh, we could go round that. Well, you know it. What do you like? Here? Or freeze it.
Both teams given
What way?
32 minutes thinking time to play the game. So when your opponent's stone comes to rest, your clock starts to run down until you play the stone.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about this call, Dave.
Well, it's a complete contradiction of what we've seen so far, Ken. This is a really negative call. He's one down in the game, got a couple of guards up front. He's hitting something in the back of the 12 foot. I'm not sure how you can apply any pressure to Brewster doing this.
Yeah. You're not going to apply any pressure if you roll out. I think the call would have been to come around the red guard on the in turn to the edge of the 4 maybe.
Nice, dead straight.
Or throw another guard up behind your yellow, or do a number of different things apart from hitting one at the back of the 12 foot.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it.
Yeah, so Brewster's pretty much just given the chance to Murdoch to tidy things up.
Murdoch would like to blank this end if he could. If he could retain the hammer for the even end, the 6th end. One shot up, he'd be in a very strong position. Ross Patterson trying to throw a double guard up. Put one in front of the red.
Whoa, over curl. No, it doesn't need to curl. It's over curling. It's too long. We need them up here. We need them tighter.
Yep.
Not bad, but the angle's not great because it gives Scott a chance to double both them off and roll a shooter. Just gets the one.
Yeah, so I think another guard this time.
Couple more guards, then Tom will try and come round the red shot himself to force Dave to score a 1. Looking at the rest of the games, Alexis Tukalski is tied at 2 shots all after 4 ends against Sven Mikkel. Russia with the hammer. Kevin Cooey is in a railroading across Craig Brown. He's 6-1 ahead after 4 ends. And Ulsrud against young Bruce Mount is tied at 2 all. Mount team playing very well this week, having a great season. Will no doubt start as favourites for the Scottish Juniors this year and serious contenders for the men's championship as well, I would think.
Yeah, you always forget that Bruce has still got another year left in juniors, so yeah, he's certainly made an impact here at the men's stages, not just here at Perth Masters, but throughout the European Tour.
Had a great year, Kenny. Lost a big final to number 1 team in the circuit this year, Brad Gushu, which is no real disgrace. Out in Ottawa in Canada, followed up the next week with a win in a junior event in Canada, and then just a couple of weeks ago won the invitation event in Dumfries, beating Tom Brewster in the final actually. So Bruce and his team have done exceptionally well.
Okay.
Yeah, this end's panned out really because Tom called that hitting the back red.
Surprising call. We said that at the time. He's been relatively offensive during the game and then really took a negative turn there.
Yeah, if you can force here 1 and 5, you take your 2 and 6, you're on the even ends.
2 and 6, force the 1 and 7, score 2 coming home. Is the master plan, but it certainly doesn't look like it just now.
What do we think on his rocks? What was his splits like there?
I got 20 in his first and I got 21 in his second.
He's saying they're a mile apart.
Depends on the throw.
20.
Yeah, Tom, ice rink manager back home in Aberdeen. Great facility they have up there.
Yep, one of the very best in the country. One of the newest as well. They're going to be hosting the World Junior Championship up there the next couple of years. Can't just remember exactly which year it is. I know Scotland's had a fantastic run of major championships coming. We've got the European Championship next year to be held through in Braehead and Glasgow, followed by the wheelchairs, then the juniors, and in 2020 the Hydro venue in Glasgow will hold the Men's World Championship, which should be absolutely spectacular.
Control!
Third time Glasgow will have hosted it. Kelvin Hall in 85, Braehead in 2000, and the Hydro in 2020. Maybe you and I should get a team together for that, Kenny, and
Well,
chance of hand.
well, going by some of the play in this, I think I might actually.
We have to word it Graham Thompson, the head of British Curling, and see if we can get an application in for a late consideration.
I don't know if my sweeping's up to what it used to be though.
That's some of that new equipment they've got out there, the directional fabric, Kenny, you'd be able to steer them down. So Tom playing his last shot here, just hitting the open stone at the back of the house.
Yeah, just looking to hit and run. Oh, he's taking his one.
No, I want to
I
come.
want to come. I apologise.
I think that's your application for 2020 cancelled straight away. So Dave Murdoch will just try and peel this one out, blank the end, retain the last stone for the sixth end, and we'd have to say he's got game control. One up with a hammer in a 3-end game. He'd be disappointed to lose that if he ever did. Dave just became a father for the first time last month. Beautiful little girl, Grace. You're watching her dad play today.
Yep. Okay.
Good shot, well played. So, after 5 ends of play, the score still remains at 2 shots to 1
Real nice.
to the Murdoch team.
Well, if it's tight, it's the same again, eh?
Dave having a really solid game, playing 90% himself. And his third man, Greg Drummond, at 85. Excellent curling. If you're skipping third average in the high 80s like that, it's a strong position to be in.
Yeah, you're always going to be expected to be in the game after 5 ends if you're scoring that.
What's the way out of this then for the Brewster team, Kenny?
The Brewster guys really need to get one a couple of feet short of the house, or maybe even throw the long guard with the first one. I think if you throw the short one, you could see Murdoch maybe just try and chip it into play. So maybe throw the long guard to start with, tight one with the second, and then try and get in behind.
Yep, that's the challenge. They've thrown them tight 3 times, and 3 times Murdoch has either made the chip shot or attempted to make it, and it's left them with little or no setup. And he's got the long guard, very long guard.
Yeah, would have liked it a little bit more on the centre, but he's got it up there.
Dave knows that Tom's going to throw a tight guard behind that the next time, so he's going to counteract that by throwing one top 4 foot straight away. I think it'll stop Tom using that tactic, but it makes it a lot more difficult because then you've got to outcount the Murdoch stone at some point.
Looks good. Looks good, guys. Right here. Right here. Curling now. Curling now. Yep, come on, guys. Gotta go. Hard.
Working hard to bring it down. Want to get
Really hard.
top 4 foot, bite the red circle. That's not just Mike's best effort, it's sitting wide and it's also short. Tom throws another guard up. And really, in this sort of ice, Kenny, that's almost a garden itself, isn't it? They can.
Yeah, definitely. You could play it in the intern draw right around to the back of the fort. That's a lot of juniors don't believe that a stone in the house can be used as a guard.
Correct, yep. The ice here at the Live Active Jure Centre in Perth, playing very well this week. There's not a lot of draw between the two hog lines, but from the far hog line into the house, you get a fantastic finish.
So Murdoch going to take the bait and go around the centre. I think you've got to do that, yep. Even if you come down and sneak past the yellow and chip your red.
Set up a couple of corner guards for himself. Dave will want to score this end. Even one shot's good here. You know, if you can score a 1, anything above that's a bonus. And the reason for that is that it'll give Tom the last stone at the 7th end, which in turn would, if he scored, would give Dave the last stone coming home.
Now it's the only shot that's hurting us. See that? Tuck a piece is nice. I suppose. Draw the wings, no, because now we've got 3 lines. He's never going to.
The long guard's not a challenge for Dave at all. It's so far out that it won't really bother him. The one just past the Guerre sign, if you can see at the bottom of your picture, that's the stone he's troubled with. He can't remove it from play due to the free guard zone, but he can move it to the side. He's indicated to come back round again, past his own red.
Not sure if I like this, Dave. The reason being, you sit up the top of the floor. Tom can come along, nudge you to the back of the 4 foot and use that later in the end.
Yeah, also if it goes, he cannot afford to be deep here. He must be short of the tee line.
Yep.
Otherwise it would give Brewster's team a good chance on the opposite side, the intern handle, to come right in behind everything.
Hard line.
So it looks pretty good.
Hard line. Hard line. No, we're on the red now. We're on the red. Yep, yep,
Let's
yep,
caught
yep.
the red one.
Go.
And it's a half check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kenny. It's just it's a big call, that. I'm not sure he had to make that when he's one up with a hammer. This is the intern side that we were talking about. If Tom can get one in behind there, it's very difficult to move these reds back onto it because of the angle they're at.
Yep. If he just played now sort of hack weight, come down, even if he chipped the yellow to the side and rolled the shooter down into the 12 foot. I'm sure Ryan Tetley will be discussing that shot after the game.
Yep, we'll be taking some notes in the coach's box. Want some explanations of that one. I think that's one of the biggest changes I've seen this season, that Dave's been a bit more controlled with his tactical calls and not necessarily defensive, but a bit smarter on the offensive side, I would say, and I'm sure that's Ian's influence.
Yeah, so even though they've slipped to the back of the 8 foot, they're still line shot there.
Yeah, not a bad shot from Ross.
That leaves a bit of room to get another couple in there.
Dave's going to make a run on these guards now for certain to try and open it up a bit. Just how he goes about it. Scott Andrews, first shot here at the 6th end.
I don't really worry
Just
about
about
that
spray
guard.
everything with this.
Yeah, well, Scott can throw the high hard one. Yellow
Unless you really think it's we
on
need
the
to
left
move
hand
it.
side of the nose, back onto the yellow in the
Really
house,
think we need to move it?
short of the house. You could drive the red back and just about lie a couple after this.
Then he's round. Then what we're left with.
Yeah, so Greg Drummond just making his way up to have a bit of chat with Dave Murdoch.
Meeting of the hierarchy in the team. Front end left to ponder the situation at the other end of the ice.
Yeah, just straight peel. You can have a run at this if you want. Yeah, okay. That's all I go with. Yeah.
It'd be a tough shot to move the red and top of the 12 foot back at any point in the end. The angles are not great for Dave just now.
Yeah, he's definitely going to make a run. There's no point in making a play on the reds. Could end up getting yourself in a big mess.
Yep, he's going to try and hit this on the left hand side of the centre as we look at it.
Whoa. 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 Hard away. Not a ball.
Nice shot.
Good shot, Scott, yep. Opened up, got the double off
Oh, nice.
the two centre guards and rolled the shooter slightly to the side.
If you make it, it's great. If you don't, it's not.
But doing that though, I think
Quite clever.
you've probably blocked the in-turn on the left now with that redstone to get to the yellow. You'd have to get very tight to the red.
You would do, I'm not sure that's just possible on the swing that's on the ice there. However, Ross has got to get this fairly accurate because Dave could play a split on the two reds that are sitting on top of the 12 foot. You want to move them so that you can at least play some run back shot on them.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Off. Don't mind that.
Well, that's drawn too much.
Yeah, about half a foot to. Yeah.
Glenn knows that. It's left these reds open for Dave to move around. He can either split them or he can tap it back. Quite like the split myself here, Kenny. Hit half the redstone, roll all three, the two reds that are sitting there plus the shooter, move them all around. You've got the last stone of the end. You're in a good position.
Yep. Waist good. Yep. Yep, Greg. Whoa. Waist close. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Just like that. A couple of very good shots there by Scott. A double on the guards and a nice split. Tom stole last shot, but he doesn't have last stone.
Will I go for the red in the centre line? Actually, yeah. I actually like his first call was just to hit the wide red and roll into the centre line. Even you roll a foot, the back yellow would be open, but you could follow it down. Doing that, you leave the centre open. I think you've maybe just hit and checked to hit the red on the right as we look at it. Roll across to the edge of the red on the centre. Even if you roll too far and into here.
Yeah, he's got a few options. Alternatively, he could do the out-turn draw to lie 2. The shot he's got certainly not going to be a scoring shot at the end of the day, I don't think, but that's what he does between now and then. He's very aware that he doesn't really want to lose a 2 here. 3 down in a 2 end game would be a difficult situation to come back from. At the same time, he's trying to get a steal if he can.
A bit of a counteract. Getting your money and getting points.
It looks as if he's trying to play the hit on the centre one. Don't make this right, then you've just got a nose double.
Yeah, I think the thing is that here, kind of, no matter what shot he calls, he's got to make it 100%. This is a must-make situation. There's lots of different options. He's elected to hit this and check in behind.
So I think this red stone is actually his friend, but
it's certainly blocking Murdoch's way in and out turn. He has to roll here. He has done. Nice shot. We'll have to just see the angles and see if there's a double on for Dave now.
Not 100% sure that was the right shot, but we had to play something. So you can see enough. Third.
Yeah, really nice shot there. Good hit rolling behind.
I'd love to kill this if we can.
Yeah, I think Dave now should throw one right in. Top of the 4-foot. If you go into the top of the 4, Tom's going to have to chase you, and he might run it back onto the yellow back of the 4 as well. So
he's aiming to move this though. He's going to come down at hack weight and chip the yellow through and roll back across. If he makes the shot, it's having a lot of pressure on Brewster because there'll be 3 red second counters.
yeah, nicely played.
Yeah, very well played. Tom's problem here is there's no cover. So he's going to have to put another guard out front. Glenn Muirhead's second shot here at the 6th end. First results in for the quarterfinals. Kevin Cooey beating Craig Brown from the US, 7 shots to 1 and 5 ends. Thomas Olsrud leads Bruce Mau at 6-2. And the Russia-Switzerland game is very tight at 3-2 to Russia. The Swiss have the hammer.
Yeah, that shot from Glenn Muirhead probably just doing enough, but he's put them up alongside each other. There might be a gap. You'd probably be able to play the run through on this.
Yep, and even if there's no gap to physically get through, he catches the right hand one, rubs onto the left one. So look at it now, catch the left one, rub the right one, you'd follow through, move both guards. If both these guards go here, Kenny, the Brewster team are in trouble.
Yeah. That's really why he needed to be down around the black dot, another metre and a half.
Back on our sponsors, Laguerre's time wouldn't be far away.
Yeah.
Too close and Murdoch would play a run back.
Well, yeah, it's not a bad shot, Greg. Just
Today's coverage is brought to you by the Curling Champions Tour, the association with Laguerre Switzerland, the Royal Caledonian Curling Club, and British Curling. You're enjoying this game wherever you are in the world. We're on the final day of the 40th Mercure Perth Masters here in Perth.
No, well, not too worried. Like, get rid of both of these.
It's been an excellent event again, some great games.
You can't afford to catch this stone too thick though, because you just lock the red right in on top. Yeah, Greg Drummond with a shoe that Marty McFly out of Back to the Future would probably wear. So.
Yep, it's a case of calling in the fashion police, I think. We've got an incident here. Fantastic shot.
Yep.
Doubles it, rolls through, moves the shot rock. And as I say in the space technology, Houston, we have a problem as far as Brewster's concerned. Great shot by Greg Drummond. Once again, just caused by the lack of precision from the Brewster team, just not quite getting the draw shots in the right place. Just as we said, Kenny caught the left hand one onto the right hand one, and you got the bonus of following straight through.
Well, where are they ripping it to? Where are they ripping that? Aye. Oh, no. Aye. What are we doing right now?
Yeah, it kind of stems back to the takeout that Glenn Muirhead played. The redstone that was on the centre line was Tom Brewster's fine because it was acting as a guard. And that's why I believe they probably should have played the draw, or they're hitting the high red one on the left-hand side that's still sitting there.
Yeah, it was blocking Dave Murdoch's access to the scoring zone. He took that away. Looked visibly good at the time because he had the situation. He was lying two, but they weren't well positioned.
What do you like?
It comes back to the start of the end again, Ken. The guards weren't on the centre line. They were a couple of feet off the centre line, and that gave Dave the chance to make a move in them.
Yeah, I think if I was Tom, I'd probably just throw a guard and hope Murdoch makes a meal of it.
Yeah, it's got to be guard. It's got to be pretty tight up to the house so that the angles are difficult for Dave to clear it off. Dave, I'm sure, would just throw down the gauntlet and say thanks for that. I'll draw round and lie 5 now. You've got one shot to come.
Yeah.
Red's lie 4 as it is at the moment. You're right, Thomas put a guard up, just biting the centre line, just short of the house. Dave's either got to try and move it or come round it. And Tom's got to try and find a way in with his last one. To just where Hammy tapped his brush to freeze on that back one to try and force a 1. I think moving any of these reds now, Ken, it's too late.
Yeah.
Dave's just going to pick them off for every plays that he can afford to lose a couple of his reds, and still, if Dave scores a 1, he's okay. If he scores any more than a 1, he pretty much secures the game, I would suggest.
Yeah, if it was poker, you'd say you're all in at this point.
The dealer's got all the best cards.
Yes.
As it sits at the moment, Dave Murdoch's got an ace and a king in his hand.
Yep.
However, he can swing quickly. Tom needs a good one here, and then hope from an error from Team Murdoch.
Line's good. Get it on that dot, guys. Yep. Come on, Hammy. Both of you's in. Make sure it's there. Yep. I want it 3.
Tom's got good rotation on his stone. Looking for
Come on for line as
3
well.
rotations on the way down nice, ideally.
Come on, it's good.
This has to be close though, otherwise Dave will peel this off. Yeah, that had to be another 3 metres further up.
Yep.
The sweepers were a bit slow and that never swept it all the way down really until the end. Now, does Dave peel this off?
Yeah,
Lots of room, I think. Kenny, no real problem here.
No. Half stone. Anywhere less than that, you're okay. Even a little bit more, you'll be okay. Even if you take it across the top of the red.
Yeah. If that stone had come up within about half metre short of the house, it was a whole different thing. The angles were, there was catchers on both sides for removing it. Dave take this off. Tom's going to have to play a perfect freeze in the back one.
Sweeping this one back off the line. Halves it out.
Easy shot. Well played. Okay. 2 calls here. The perfect freeze and pray. Or you play a hack weight and just try and hit and check in behind, which will be a slightly tougher shot. Oh, they're both tough. And the thing for Thomas here, Ken, even if he plays it perfectly, Dave can still come down with a big weight shot, hit it off the nose, right or left. Probably bounce out enough to get 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Aye. You get the weight right.
Tom going for the out-turn freeze. The sweepers need to be a bit sharper this time. This has got to be millimetre perfect. Nice running, about 14.8 to 15 seconds. Hog to hog.
No, room.
Taking a step back off of this one, though.
Not Hammy, just Ross. Hard. Whoa.
He was heavy, he was trying to rub off the outside. Missed it altogether. Reds lie 3 with the 1 to come.
I think you just ignore that. You could nose hit for 5, but you just throw a cold draw for 4, and I'm sure Tom Brewster will offer the hand.
Yep. Been a couple of errors during the game for the Brewster team. Murdoch in particular, and third player Greg Drummond had a great game, played very well.
It came down to here, aye.
Yeah, a couple of tactical errors, I would say, from both sides. That would, I'm sure their coaches will be asking why, let's say.
Yeah, in particular when Tom elected for Ross Patterson to remove a guard at the back of the 12 foot when he was 1 down, had a couple of guards in play, could have developed an end from there. It was a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, so this final stone from David Murdoch here in the 6th end.
Line's good now, line's good.
Super's keeping it clean, coming down towards the house. Perfect weight. Picks up 4 shots. Tom concedes the game. 5 down. Well played, Team Murdoch. They advance to the semi-finals, where they will play against Thomas Ulsrud. The other semi-final is Kevin Cooey will play the winner of Sven Mikkel and Alexei Sikansky from Moscow. Tight game. Mikkel leads 4 shots to 3, playing the 7th end.
Didn't see you with it. Oh, right, Hammy. That'll be why.
And we'll try and bring you the last couple of ends of the remaining quarter-final game. And there we see the scoreboard. Murdoch only scored twice, but when he scored twice, he scored heavily. A 2 and a 4. And Brewster had no response. So at 12 o'clock, Dave Murdoch will go up against Thomas Ulsrud's team from Oslo. The story of the morning really was the Brewster guys couldn't get their stones just quite in the right place. Murdoch was very sharp right from the start.
Yeah, there's a lot of positives for Murdoch to take from that game. Brewster didn't really challenge them too much at all.
No, one of the real positives, if I was the coach, would be the fact that Greg Drummond shot 88% and Dave Murdoch 92%. Some great numbers. Team Brewster just couldn't match them on the day. That was probably the shot that won the game for Murdoch. Nice double on the guards, followed through moving the Brewster scoring shot. And from that point onwards, there was no way out of the big end for Tom. Dave Murdoch draws down nicely into the house to pick up 4 shots. And a comfortable win. So into the second half of the season, it's an important psychological win that for Dave Murdoch. Kenny, it'll do a lot of good for the Scottish Championships.
Yeah, certainly. Going in, that's bound to play on Tom Brewster's mind.
We're just picking up the coverage now of the last quarter-final game, still on the ice. Sven Mikkel from Adelboden in Switzerland. Then against Alexei Stekansky's team from Moscow. Russian boys trail by 1 shot. The score's 4-3 in favour of the Swiss. However, the Russians do hold the last stone advantage at this, the 7th end. Evgeny Arkhipov trying to play the in-turn draw around the Swiss guard. He's got the line but not the weight. Let's sit open. Sven Mikkel will have no problem removing that one from play.
Yeah, Sven played a lot in the tour this year. This is his 12th tournament so far, and you're only at the halfway stage of the season, really.
Yeah, he's another of the top Swiss teams, probably tied with Peter de Cruz. And that one's picked up.
And he's been rather fortunate.
That was a very fortunate break there. He picked up and got the result he was looking for. Probably actually helped him moving the guard as well. So that could have been a disaster for Switzerland, but it's turned out to be a good result. Yeah, he lost in the semi-final of the first event of the year back in August in Baden. And then had a quarter-final in Halifax as well.
Yeah, didn't have a great time in Cornwall, Ontario though. In Newfoundland. 4 straight defeats at the Grand Slam.
Well, at the Grand Slam, Kenny, you're at the top table in these events. You've got to be, it's the top 16 teams in the world that are invited to the Grand Slams. There's no room for error there. And at the Canadian Open, it was a similar result. It was 3 straight defeats. McEwen, Botcher and Simmons all beat him there. So Russia are going to use their corner guards here to try and get some cover. Let's see. Stukalski's first shot here. Trails by 1.
Yeah, he does have last stone advantage though. He's got a couple of corner guards.
Weight looks good. Needs to bend a bit though.
This one's just a little light for weight, I think.
Yeah, it's short. Short. Wanted to get down the black dot there, just short of the tee line would be ideal. So once again,
Yeah, just taking a look at the time clock there. Both teams should have enough time.
yep, one end to go. They'll be quite comfortable with the clocks. Okay, it's Fen McKell, in-turn tap back. He would like to roll behind some cover if he could, to make it difficult for the Russians to force them to one. Super's just keeping it clean the way down. Great shot.
Yeah, real
Rolling
nice
in
shot.
behind. Okay, Alexi's got a choice. He can either hit
And try and blank the end, or
yep,
on the nose would do it.
on the nose, do the same shot. Yep, straight back. You blank the end that way as well. Doesn't want to take one. If he can hit this toe on the nose, remove both yellows from play, he'll blank the end. He'll retain the last toe advantage for the final end of the game and regulation play. And whilst he trails by one, he would have the possibility of scoring two and winning the game.
Yeah, obviously feels that scoring two is a lot easier than stealing one.
Big shot. Swept a little bit early on there. He needs to draw a bit to get this. Oh, he jammed it. Yep, that wasn't what he was after. Gives up one. He was at the final end with the last stone, but trailing by two. Advantage to the men from Adelboden in Switzerland. Wasn't that difficult a shot, really, to be quite honest, Kenny. It was, I think, probably the right call to make. It was just a little bit wide.
Yeah, a lot of people will throw more weight because they think they're having to hit a double. It was just a nose hit. Throw the ice and the weight for just the nose. Don't worry about the second stone. All you're worried about is hitting the first stone on the nose. I believe that most of these big shots are missed due to people upping the weight and throwing them really hard, believing they need more weight to make the shot.
Simon Gempler playing lead for Team McKell, wanting to come down to the top of the 4 foot on the centre line. And that is pretty much perfect. Russia calling the corner guard.
Yeah, quite a nice placement.
Drozdov playing today.
He himself used to skip the Russian side a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, the Russian boys been on the scene for a while now. They played the same guys played in Olympic Games in their home Olympics in Sochi. Russian coaches are renowned for shuffling the team lineups and mixing them around. Any 4 from 10.
Well, Soren Grand's there now, coaching the men's side, so he likes a good shuffle.
Soren, the former British curling head coach, moved on to Russia now, taking up a new challenge. Pass on his wisdom. So Mikel got the opportunity now with his second player, Enrico Pfister, coming up the in-turn clearance. The end of the free guard zone, and all stones can be removed as of now.
Yeah, there is a double on this.
It's close. Oh, beautiful shot.
Yeah, great shot.
Yep, when you're 2 up in the game and your second player does that, gives you a huge opportunity. So if things stay the way they are in this game, we'll see Kevin Cooey from Calgary in Canada take on Sven Mikel, or the winner of this game, depending how it goes. And the other semi-final will be Thomas Ulsrud from Oslo, playing against Dave Murdoch, the reigning Olympic silver medalist from Scotland, which give us 4 great teams in the semi-finals. Bit to go in this game yet though. The Russians are not out of it.
Yeah, Pfister just squared that one.
Oh dear.
Slid a little wide. You could see he was fighting to try and get it back. And that resulted in an error, nosing the guard.
Artur Razumov, second player, trying to win out, turn, draw around his guard. Put some pressure onto the Swiss foursome. Not bad. We'll see a bit of that. Sven not interested though, he's going to continue clearing the front. Mark Pfister. Tell you what, Kenny, you get lucky and you get very lucky. That was a shocker. He's got away with that one.
Certainly would be less than impressed if that happened against me. Yeah, he was going to clean pick the guard. Ended up driving it right back onto the nose of the red in the house.
Yeah, it's the sort of shot that I could see upsetting you. Wouldn't worry someone like me, Kenny. I would just say well played and move on. Probably with a few words of advice for you at the same time, but that's all part of the coaching exercise. Yeah, these things you just got to block it out. He wasn't trying to do that. The luck was on his side this time, and the Russians have got to just keep their head down and play some good shots. Good effort, nice shot. He got pretty close to the guard there. And it's not totally hidden, but it's half in behind.
Yeah, Russia with 3 stones to come. So I think that's why Sven will probably make an effort to try and remove this. So with his final 2 stones, if he can remove one, at least he's guaranteed himself an extra end.
Yep. Mark Pfister looking for a better shot than his first. He's a little bit of drawing to do here, but it's coming down well. Has he caught enough of it? Just gets enough of it, rolls it out, takes the play away from the corner.
Yeah, nice shot.
Well played. Russia's still got a chance though. The corner guard's there and they can lie second shot behind that. Evgeny Arkhipov playing the out turn draw, his final shot of the 8th end.
Arkhipov himself had a go at skipping this team as well.
Yep, they've given everybody a fair chance to hold their hand up and give it a go. It's a shorter weight though. Tight to make the house. Yeah, that wasn't. He had to get in there and lie second shot, Kenny, to put any pressure on the Swiss.
Yeah. Yeah, so if Sven Mikkel can remove this and check onto the centre line, or even just spray it out of play.
Just peel it out, yep. Russians have to come in behind the corner guard again, take a chance and lie second shot. Hope that Mikkel has an error or a half shot so they can get their two.
Yeah, I've often questioned Sven's delivery. He takes a look down just as he kicks out the hack.
Yep.
You tend not to see that very often. A lot of people focus really where they're aiming and never lose sight of it. They make the press forward, set back, and they kick out and always keep the eye on the target. Sven draws back, looks down, and then kicks out. So
very unusual.
Yeah.
Quite a individual way of doing it. It's the one thing he does do, Kenny, he's very consistent, does the same thing every time. It's like his delivery is out turn, a very soft release in his out turn, but it's the same style each time. Alexei Stukalski. There's no options here, there's a must-make shot. He's got to get behind the guard and be hidden. Give any chance. It's a little touch wide just now. Needs all his weight as well.
Yeah, this one just not finishing.
Didn't get close to the guard, that was his trouble. He had to get a bit closer to the guard than that. So Sven Mikkel. Hit this anywhere, remove it from play to progress to the Mercure Perth Masters final, semi-final. We will line up against Kevin Cooey if he makes the shot.
Yeah, playing a lot of weight with this one.
Looks pretty good, just keeping it clean. Moves it from play. Wins the game.
Yeah, no chance for Russia to score two now. Only one to come, so Russia offer the handshake. And it's a win for Sven Mikkel and Switzerland.
That concludes the quarterfinals here from Perth. Look forward to seeing you back in an hour's time for the semi-finals, where we will see Thomas Ulsrud play against David Murdoch and Kevin Cooey go against Sven Mikkel from Switzerland. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. It's goodbye from Kenny Edwards and myself, David Hay.